So what's your name, sir?
Randy.
Say it again.
Randy.
Randy. Okay, Randy. So Randy, what do you think the state of fatherhood is today? What do you, just in your opinion, what do you think the state of fatherhood is today?
I think there's the number one issue is too many fathers have abdicated the responsibility and the role of being a father.
Yeah.
And too many times they leave it up to either the school system or church or some other entity to do the parenting and the fathering versus actually doing it themselves. They want to be too engaged with what they want to do, whether it's golf or job or work or whatever.
Right.
And fathers need to be more engaged and less disconnected and abdicated from the role of fatherhood.
Right. Man, yeah, I completely agree with you. Have you had an experience as father, being a father, have you had an experience where, let's say, you told me a little bit about, what you and your kids have built together. Have you had an experience where, let's say, you had to apologize to your kids?
Every day.
Every day. Wow.
There's so many things that they see you do, and if you don't think they see you, they are
always watching right?
you. And you'll see it come out in their behavior or their actions, and you have to back up and say, "I'm sorry, man. That's not what we should do. That's not what we are as a family."
Wow.
You need to reconsider that, and part of the apology is backing up, saying I'm going to do my best not to do that again either.
Right. So. Show them correction within yourself, and that's a powerful example. That's a really powerful example. So do you think that let's say you had one thing that you think that every child, whether it's a son or a daughter, they need to know before they're 18? Like one thing you think they need to know, especially from us as fathers, what do you think they need to know before they turn age 18?
I think it's two things.
Okay.
Really. One is they need to, I have a very deep religious conviction, and I think they need to have a clear understanding of themselves in a relationship with God.
Yeah.
And that gives them some grounding and base, spiritually. Absolutely. And then I think the other thing is they really and truly have to have the ability to back up and question themselves and their actions. In other words, do I want to take this job? Well, step back and say, what's this job going to do for me? They need to have
accountability.
Yeah. And in today's world, a very, very inquiring, take a step, evaluate it, don't just react and,
no.
So I'm going to take it and do it, because you can't do that in today's world. There's too much fake news, fake jobs.
Absolutely. So you got to do the real thing, hold accountability and things of that nature.
We used to call it being a little bit jaded.
Jaded, for sure.
They need to be a little bit jaded about the world and life and people, because people are going to take advantage of it.
Yeah. Social media doesn't help that jadedness either, does it?
The old adage, you fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you.
Absolutely. So what kind of, did you, I know, you talked a little bit about, your kids growing up and stuff earlier, but was there one like non-negotiable in the house? Like one thing that you're like, this is not going to happen, or, one rule that you set, as a lead in your home? Was there anything that you talk with your kids about with that when it comes to that?
Yeah, I think the one kind of rule that we have is there's no free ticket.
No free ticket. Wow.
Meaning that if you're gonna live in the house, be in the house, whatever, you're gonna participate in the house, and that includes part of the bills or part of the responsibility of upkeep of the house.
Right.
All of that. There's just no free ticket or free ride.
Everybody plays their part, right? Yeah, no, I love that. Absolutely. Okay, Randy, so just last question, man. Last question. If you had, there was one sentence that, you wanted to kind of leave with your kids, that they could carry with them, for the rest of their lives, what would that one sentence be, or that one phrase or one thought? What would that thing be that you would want to leave with them?
One phrase. Wow, that's
Or it even could be a principle. It could be a principle. If not a phrase, it could be a principle that you want to leave with them.
I would say that realize that most things in the world you can achieve, but nothing's given, nothing's free. It depends on you to go and get it and do it.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
So that's anything. For them to can apply to anything: job, work, relationships.
Right. I appreciate that, Randy.
What I was thinking, and I don't quite have what was, in sports you say you got to have some skin in the game. Well,
some skin in the game, yeah.
So, that's kind of what I'm trying to say.
What you're boiling down to, yeah.
Yeah, you got to have skin in the game, but it's the game of life, not just
right.
a sports game or whatever.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. This was, guys, this is, there are fathers everywhere, and we're definitely trying to make sure that we highlight, fathers and just the real thoughts, real situations, and thinking through what it means to be father. So this is the third episode, and we'll see you soon.